Alright, y'all, it's Sunday. You know what that means. On Sundays, we rant. Let's talk about it. Alright, so due to inevitably bad backlash, the animators of Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, have to go back and redo it to make it look like Sonic. What a concept. Now, what's tripping me out about this is the fact that people are saying that the fans are being too entitled because of the bad backlash and they have to go back, and it's not fair to the animators. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something my mama taught me as a child. If you do something right the first time, you don't have to go back and do it again. What a concept. And some of y'all be too on the hype. I was watching the preview at the theaters and they seen that Jim Carrey's in it, and people were just laughing for no reason. Jim Carrey said, "Hey you," and they're like, "Oh, it's Jim Carrey. Oh, he's so funny." No, he didn't even do anything funny. Let him do something funny first. You guys are so caught up that it's Jim Carrey that you don't even notice that Dr. Eggman is not egg-shaped. They fucked up on that too. This is not Sonic. They gonna fuck this up worse than they did the Ninja Turtles. And the Ninja Turtles already had a live action with people in costumes that was way better than the CGI one they tried to do a couple years ago. That scarred me. Don't make the turtles look like people. The fuck? Which brings me to my next point. Not everything needs a live action version. Things that are okay to make live actions of. Aladdin. It's a movie about people, right? Makes sense to make it with people. I don't agree that the genie looks as great as he could, but hey, I'm not mad that they made a live action version of it either. The homie Mulan. Mulan, a live action, makes sense. The movie's about people. Use people. Just make sure you cast it appropriately, Disney. Make sure of that. And if you are going to do a live action, do it like how they did Detective Pikachu, where the Pokemon actually look like the Pokemon they were supposed to look like. They just gave them kind of more realistic features like fur or like make it more skin texture. By the way, y'all, do not sleep on Detective Pikachu. Shit was a great movie. I'm telling you. But I digress. Things that do not need a live action. Lion King. The movie's about a bunch of talking animals in the middle of savannah. There's nothing realistic about that. We don't need to make it a live action because it can't be real. Like, imagine how gruesome that movie has to be a live action. When Zazu gets put in the birdie boiler, we gonna have to see a fucking bird get his ass burnt. When Mufasa gets stomped out and dropped, is he gonna be coughing up blood and getting stomped out and seasoning and all that shit? Because if not, it's not real. And if it's not gonna be real, don't make a live action. Duh. Another example, when Simba's gonna do "I Just Can't Wait to Be King," and all the animals are stacked up, and then the two giraffes bow across necks and make everybody fall. Have you ever seen giraffes fight on Discovery Channel? Have you? Tell me. It's scarring. It is nightmare inducing. That shit is not fun to look at. It looks like it hurts. And y'all want to turn this into live action and scar the little kids. Had a hippo, or what was it, rhino? Had a rhino come and sit on Zazu. Boom, we're going to watch a bird get crushed. And we're supposed to believe, even though this is all realistic, that this bird got crushed by this rhino and ends up to beat them to the elephant graveyard. I think not, Disney. I think not. You need to stop while you're ahead. Stop that shit. Death Note. Not that it didn't need a live action, it didn't need the one Netflix brought us. I mean, yeah, it's about real people, and the only thing they really needed to CGI was the demon dude that originally owned the Death Note, but they still fucked that up. Thanks, Netflix. I got maybe like 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes in. I turned that shit off. It had too many inconsistencies just that far into the movie. I even went on Facebook and said, "Hey, y'all, I'm 5 minutes in. Is it worth going any further?" And I got a unanimous, hell no. Hell no. That live action Winnie the Pooh, I didn't see it. You know why? Because they had Pooh looking like he got washed 50 million times and got turned into a skeet rag or something. They all looked all dingy and worn out and fucked up. You didn't have to do that to Winnie the Pooh. He was a nice little teddy bear that was cuddly and fun, and Piglet was too, and the whole gang, and you just dried him out. You just dried him out. Made him look like rag teddies. I'm done, y'all.